Hey, so I'm coming at you with the tip of the day. I want to talk to you about eating healthy and clean, and I just want to tell you that eating healthy and clean doesn't always mean you're going to lose fat. It's entirely possible that you're having too many calories caused by too much of either any of the three macros: the protein, carbs, fats, um, and these excess calories, even though they're healthy, can be stored as fat. But, that being said, a lot of people have seen fat loss just by eating cleaner because they just naturally end up more in that caloric range that they should be into, and they're hitting their macronutrients closer to scale. Um, but so the first thing is cleaning up your diet is definitely step one. Just eating a cleaner, less processed foods, right? So if you do it for the health benefits, even, that's so amazing. So if you're drinking and eating junk regularly, there's also almost a guarantee you'll have excess calories and empty calories that will be stored as fat. So, then there's these foods that are pretending to be healthy, like fat-free, low-fat, that actually have so much more sugar. They're so high in sugar, all of which just is sure to be stored as fat. So have you checked sugar grams lately on some of those foods that you buy because they say low fat or fat free? Check them and see what the sugar grams are on those. So eating junk, of course, leads to a whole slew of health problems, health issues. Food is so powerful, and when you're constantly consuming things that are processed and artificial, and your body was not made to be able to function on artificial crap. That's why it's called artificial. So when your body has no idea what to do with this stuff, or think of all the problems that can create. Like if you put, diesel fuel into a, just regular car, not a diesel car, think of the problem. If you put water into a fuel tank, it's gonna ruin the car. So eating junk food constantly, artificial crap constantly, that our bodies are not meant to have constantly, is gonna ruin your machine, your body. Okay? It's gonna cause a bunch of issues. So that's not saying you can't have these things, periodically or in moderation. I'm not saying that. But definitely it's moderation, and eat majority good foods majority of the time. Does that make sense? So if you're constantly skipping meals, so we talked about having too many calories, but on the other hand, if you're constantly skipping meals or being too restrictive or yo-yo dieting, you're going to slow down your metabolism, and you'll easily gain weight. You're not going to be able to lose. I know it seems weird. People think, I'm going to eat less food, I'll lose weight. You're not losing fat. If you see that number drop and you're not eating very much food, it's not fat. Guess what? It's muscle. It's muscle. So I don't know about you, but I want to keep my muscle and lose my fat. So, or water. It could be water too that you're losing. But you want to lose fat, right? So, where was I? If you're losing loss of muscle, if you're losing muscle, again, that is going to cause your metabolism to go slower, making it really difficult to lose weight. So at some point, you're going to stop. If you're losing some weight, eventually you'll just stop, and your everything you do consume, if you're eating too few calories, will be stored as fat, because your body has no idea when you're going to eat again. It's saving that, that food that you are consuming. It's going straight as fat. Lastly, gaining weight. This is really important. So gaining weight does not necessarily mean you're gaining fat. So if you are working out and you're eating healthy and you see that scale go up, you should not be discouraged. There's no possible way you're gaining fat. If you're eating clean, you're hitting your macros, or using the containers, those are perfectly macroed out. That gives you exactly what you need each day. Enough protein, enough carbs, enough fat. You're not overdoing it. If you're using those and you're working out and you're seeing the number go up on the scale, do not get discouraged, because that is not fat. That could be muscle, and it could be water, because when you start working out, your body's way of protecting the muscle tissues is by flooding them with water. So you're retaining a little bit more water, which is temporary. And muscle, some people just build muscle faster than they lose fat. So they're building muscle, and then more muscle eats the fat, burns the fat. So it'll eventually equal out. Plus also, though, when you if you're already what am I going to say here? So if you already lost a lot of fat in the first place, oftentimes the more weight you put on, or oftentimes the more fit you get, the more you'll weigh. Does that make sense? So, in short, ditch the scale, use your containers, keep working out, and go by progress pictures, measurements using a tape measure, and most importantly, how you feel, because that's going to tell you a whole lot more than a scale ever would. Okay, so that's your tip for today. I hope it made sense and you were able to follow me, and it was you got something out of it. So have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.